So that come the race, you've got your preps, you get new tyres on, new chains on, new pads in. You do a settling down lap on every bike that you got. It used to be you had to do it on the biggest bike you had, which qualified you for the rest. So if you were short of time, that's what you did. Anyway, and then you get to the race, and it's the same old thing, it's just non-stop. You know exactly what you have to do to the bikes, you know exactly what you have to do yourself, and that was it. This is in between getting down to the Lido 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, and having a boogie with some girls and blokes and French and the rest of it, and back up again in time for the morning. And that was like a 24-hour session sort of thing, you know.
A wicked world. Moving back from the Isle of Man, because I've been told that the time is a wee bit against us. Moving on. What like was it to leave the Isle of Man and then back onto the Grand Prix circuit? Because the next one on the calendar would have been the Dutch
GT Arsenal, yeah. Well, there's two things happen. One is you've got the speed in you. The speed is in you already because you've been travelling 140, 150, 160, over the miles an hour. We used to go to the northwest before the TT, so as the speed from the northwest would stay inside you, and you sort of rebuild it and reinvest it and move forward from there. So that speed was in you. Then, hang on.
Go for it.
You would take so you get the northwest speed, you've got the TT speed, that's two lots. You get to Assen, and Assen's like beautiful, flowing track, the thing's flat on its side, and you get the throttle hard against the stop. You're on slicks again by now. And so that amount of speed that you've had from the northwest, had from the TT, you take that to the Grand Prix circuits, and it just comes out, and you're riding so much better. You're on form, you're pin sharp. You've just done hundreds of miles racing when the rest of the guys have just been on holiday or down in a holiday camp somewhere, and you've been racing, and it builds up your form, it builds up your confidence. You can see things for miles. That's another thing. I don't mean physically see, I'm talking like mentally see situations miles ahead of you, you know, and it just becomes like a kind of machine thing.
Still,
speak.
Still in the Isle of Man going back.
Awake?
Yes, I'm fine.
Sorry, just to make sure he's awake.
No, did you hear me snoring?
Yeah. Oh, was that a snore? I thought it was never mind. I thought it might have been coming at the other end.
78, 79. 79 would have probably been, well, getting towards the end of your TT career.
What?
No, well, no, you finished in the 80s. You were still there. But 79 was well, it was a bit monumental for you because Gerald Davison had been on the phone. He wanted you to ride a bike and kind of spoil somebody else's thunder, especially in 1979.
Yeah.
One of your heroes, you had posters running all over your wall, alongside Bob McIntyre.
Yep.
Tell us briefly about that.
Well, the other guy obviously is Mick Harewood. The two guys that I've aimed to be like and aspire to be, have some of the skills, is obviously Bob Mac, because he's like ingrained as part of the DNA, as part of my DNA, how he thought, how he applied it, and so on and so forth. The other one's Harewood, obviously, because Harewood could jump on anything, 125 Mondial.
You've done well yourself, mate. You've done well yourself.
Well, exactly, I'm in the same mold. I'm trying to attain that, you see. Are you still there?
Yep.
Right, okay.
Do my best.
Just got to keep checking. And that's it. The difference between the Grand Prix riders now and the Grand Prix riders then, and I know what you're referring to, is that they're able to jump on anything and get the best from them. And that's hard to find in a rider these days. But just briefly, getting back to that, so it was actually Ika-san who told Gerald Davidson to get me on board because we had done the ball door together. And he says, I want him there. So Grant, he had binned himself at the Northwest 200, trying to catch moi. You know, he tried really hard, but he fell off anyway. And so, more by luck than judgment, they chose us on the Honda, and same again. First time I seen the bike was the day before, day two or 3 days before that, and we'd done.
Puts you under a lot of pressure when you've never seen the bike before, you've never raced the bike before, never even set eyes on the bike.
Never set eyes on the thing. But again, this is what I'm referring to. You have to be able to jump on anything and get the best from it. And all of that training from all of that time before paid off then, because here you go, there's another new works Honda. Oh, thank you very much.
You've got to be an experienced tradesman. Somebody that's I'm talking. You've got to be a very, very experienced tradesman. Somebody that's very, very good at his job. And obviously, be either coming for the Honda factory, coming back to Gerald Davison, or even Les Williams, whoever. Any of these guys recognise the talents that you had in that particular time. and it's just shown through your whole career. Anyway, guys, we are definitely pushed for time. I've been told to get my skates on, and it's say I didn't like having to shut up. Now, right, Sammy? Are you going to tell me something?
Yeah, the bikes were that stuck, we know.
Okay. Right, guys, this is like part 2 that we've been talking to Alec. If you were here yesterday,